Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for coming back. If you're new here, my name is Firdawsosman. On my channel, I talk about studying and living in Germany. Anything about Germany at all, we talk about it here. So today we have a very good news. I don't know if you guys have seen of recent or in the past months, Germany passed the new law of acquiring the German citizenship, which I think is so flexible and nice. So thumbs up to the German government. So as of March 26, 2024, the legislative process for the citizenship law was completed, and the law will enter into force on June 26, 2024, which is today. Today is June 26, 2024. So from today onwards, acquiring a German citizenship has become way more easier. Now, if you know, in the past, you must have lived in Germany for 8 years before you could apply for a German citizenship. But now, the German government has decreased this years to 5 years. So if you have lived in Germany for 5 years, you are eligible to apply for a German citizenship. And this law was also passed so that, you know, some people from other countries, they can't have dual nationality. If they have to take a German citizenship, then they have to give up their country of origin citizenship, and not everyone wants to do this. So this is also to make this also flexible for other people from these kind of countries, so that people can have like dual citizenship. So everything in Germany, you know, has requirements. Definitely there's no law that will just pass, oh, I've lived in Germany for 5 years, that's all. No, there are other further requirements you have to meet. One, you have to have German proficiency up to B1. This actually makes sense because you can't be living in Germany while you're going to get a German passport when you can't speak the country's language. You need to have integrated into the culture, into Germany. You need to have integrated basically, especially very importantly with the language. So make sure you have like a German B1 certificate, then you're eligible. Aside from that, you need to take a naturalization test, which is about 33 tests. This naturalization test in German is also known as the Einbürgerung test. I hope I'm mentioning it right. So let's look at what the Einbürgerung or the naturalization test is about. Okay, I'm going to read it right from their website so I don't get anything wrong for you. So this naturalization test, the test consists of 33 questions, including 3 country related questions, which can only be answered for the respective federal states in which you live. For each question, you have to choose the right one from our possible answers. If you answer at least 17 questions correctly, you have passed the test. In recent years, well over 90% of the participants have passed this test. So I believe this test, there are a lot of past questions to go through, and this test is usually in German. Obviously, you are taking a naturalization test. Obviously, you should have already learned German up to a level where you would understand when you're answering these questions. Right, so let's read out some of the exemptions to this naturalization test. Obviously, there are exemptions. It says here, I'm going to read it verbatim so that I'm going to also leave the link of this website into the description box so you guys can also read further. Number 1 is they do not have to take a test if they are not yet 16 years or old and cannot meet the requirements due to illness, disability, or age. Anyone who has a German school leaving certificate or can prove the successful completion of a course of study in Germany universities in the fields of law, social sciences, political or administrative sciences also exempt from their naturalization test. Okay, again, I'm going to read out some of the naturalization requirements. I'm just going to summarize it. I'm going to leave the link down in my description box. You guys can read further into details. It says 1, permanent right of residence at the time of naturalization, clarified identity and nationality, proof of knowledge of the legal and social order and living conditions in Germany. Also, independent securing of livelihood for themselves and dependent relatives. Obviously, you should have like a permanent job which shows you are self-sufficient. No plural marriage or behavior with which the equality of men and women laid down in the basic law is disregarded. And no conviction of crime. Now, for the naturalization fee, it goes for 255 euros per person and 51 euro for minor children who are naturalized together with their parents. Now, another good thing about this new German citizenship law for students, you know, we talk about masters, bachelors here. So for students, imagine this is now 5 years and you've come here to study for 2 years. That means you just have 3 years more to go to get a German citizenship. Isn't that great? This is so beautiful, right? So you guys, like, I'm just very happy about this because I feel like Germany, day in, day out, is getting more friendlier for foreigners to come in and live, you know. Now, the German passport is one of I think it's in top 5 passports in the world, and it has over 190 destinations. If I'm not wrong, if I'm wrong, put it down in the description box. Now, holding a German passport, traveling makes it easier for you to travel. You don't have to be applying for visas here and there. Like if you have a guidance passport like I do, most of the countries I have to go to, I have to apply for a visa. Okay. So having a German passport makes things more easier for you to even do in Germany. For even having a business in Germany is way easier, and your German citizenship, you can transfer it down to your kids, okay, which is so easy. And another good thing about this law, it says that if you are an individual who has lived in Germany, hold a residence in Germany for 5 years, where as soon as you give birth, your child has the right to a German citizenship. Beautiful. At first it used to be 8 years. I'm talking about residence permit. Let me take it again. Let's say I have lived in Germany for 5 years. I have a residence permit, and I've lived here for 5 years. If I have a child, my child is eligible for a German citizenship right away from birth. At first it used to be 8 years. Of course, if you've lived there for 5 years, you must have paid tax, must have had a permanent job and all of that. So these are some of the requirements. So for the kids, it's also easier nowadays. And in Germany, if your child has a citizenship, your child has a lot of benefits like the Kindergeld. Kindergeld is basically child benefits that they give to children every month. I think it's around 200 euros. It depends on the state. So all these are some of like the benefits of having the German passport. Wow, I'm so happy for this. So from today onwards of 26th of June 2024, this law is in progression. So if you ask me today, should I move to Germany? Why not move to Germany? Germany is one of the best destinations you could come to study. Not to talk about the free tuition. Come on, guys. I think the only difficult thing about for foreigners in Germany is the language. I know it's hard to integrate into a society where you don't understand the language, but I believe with determination and commitment, come on, as individuals, you've like a master's student, bachelor student, you could actually learn German language. It's not rocket science. It's one of the most difficult languages, but still, people have done it. People who are not even as highly educated as some other people still learn German, and at this point, they also have their German passports. So I feel like whilst you are studying, in as much as your degree or your master's or whatever is very important, the German language is also so important. It's as important as your certificate, okay? Because like also after graduation without German language, it's quite hard for you to get a job. But luckily, some people also, I'd say quite a number of people are able to also find jobs without having German language, especially if you're in the sciences. But like if you're more in the social sciences and the social workspaces, please really learn German like from start. Even for everyone, learn German from start, okay? So yeah, this should be the end of my video, and as I said, I'll put the link in my description box so you guys can do your further readings and all of that. I believe if you're even a resident in Germany, you can already start taking the Einbürgerung test. So when it's time for you to apply for your German citizenship, like you've already done this test. The test is like it's forever. You've done it. It's not like it's going to expire. I'm not sure. Maybe, but if I'm wrong, I'll put it in the description box. But like, you can already take the test if you live there for 3 years already or for 4 years. You can already start taking the test, and then when your 5th year is in, you can already apply for your German citizenship. And yeah, I think this is a very good news for everybody. It's very attractive for foreigners coming in, and So yeah, en route to German citizenship. So let me ask you this final question before I leave. German citizenship or PhD? Now, what I think about this thing is like, if you know what is going on, this question. If you are really active on the internet, you know why I'm asking these questions. In my opinion, I feel like these things, you can't compare them. They are parallel, okay? One is an educational certificate. One is a traveling like document. So why are you comparing PhD with certificate? You can disagree with me, but hey, which one would you choose? Anyways, I'll see you guys in another video. Bye, take care.